everybody. Welcome back for another reading. We're going to look into the second strand of this coronavirus. There's some information that just came out about a new strand that's in the UK. So we're going to take a look at that, see if we can get some energy, pick up some information on, I guess, how powerful it will be. Yeah, and how broad it would be, things like that. So let's just do a check in on this new strand. I personally felt like this was something that wasn't new. I just keep feeling like it's not new. Even a new strand is not new, and the mutation of it is not new. Everything seems to be um, on the other side of Pisces. It feels like it has already been revealed. So I got my daughter here. She's going to be a part of this. And these cards show exactly what I was thinking. It was already known. This strand, this new strand, it was already known. It's not a shock. It's not a surprise. It's actually a mental release that they're able to talk about it now. But it was already there and it was already known. And I do have this strong energy here showing that it's not going to make any movements. So let's see what that means. What kind of movement is not going to make. Yeah. So I got it sitting in these areas for a while. And then I got it holding there. That's letting me know that it's not coming across the waters. No time too soon. I got about 4 weeks or less of this strand, new strand, staying where it's at. You see we got the no movement right there. And then we got the holding on tight. So in between it will do what it need to do. So we got about 4 weeks or less. That strand will stay on that side of town, side of life, if that makes any sense, before it's released. So, what are you thinking right now? Where do you think we should go?
I think the biggest question is one of the biggest questions that crossed my mind when I first heard about this is what's going to happen with the presidency. Because one thing we know in history is that whenever there's a national emergency, the president who's in office has to stay in office. So, what does this mean for Joe Biden?
For Joe Biden? I thought you was talking about the president, which is Trump.
Okay, he's the president elect, so let's
We'll
see.
check both. One thing we do know that this strand is going to stay where it's at for the next few weeks. I don't know if that's good or bad. I felt like, I guess I felt relieved a little bit. Like we got 3 to 4 weeks to take care of our own business here to protect ourselves from that.
That's
So
very true.
let's see what this new strand will this keep Trump in the
Yeah,
office.
will it keep
Let's
him?
start there. Okay, so we're gonna check on President Trump to see if this strand will keep him in office. It's so amazing that we still asking questions about the president as if we didn't vote.
That's
It's
very
crazy.
true.
And even for myself, every time I did Trump, I had him as the winner. So it's just a weird energy going on right now. We got the Age of Aquarius here. We got a lot going on. However, this is a very, very intelligent time. Intelligent time. So let's see. How does Trump feel about this? And how will it affect him in office? Once again, we do know that everybody knew. We know that for sure. It's nothing new. We knew everybody knew. No one is shocked. No one is surprised. Wow. As far as President Trump, I have him here working on it, being the worker, being on top of it. I got him here getting clarity and understanding. It almost feels like it's saying, I'm going to work on this issue. I have the understanding for the issue. I knew about it already. How did you know about it? Because I am connected to it. So I have him in partnership with this new strand. I have him well aware, willing to work, ready to work, capable to work it because he's connected to it. So let's see what type of work that he could do or look at. What is this work he's willing to do when it comes to this new strand? To take it away. It's almost saying like, I knew this was going to happen. I know about the mutation. I'm ready to work to take this toxic energy out of him. Good statement, huh?
It definitely makes sense. I know he's criticized a lot for not being on it the last time, so kind of get a new chance to do it the right way.
Wow. I got this unhappiness about it too. So I got him willing to work on it to remove the virus, to remove the pain, but I also have an unhappiness and I have him walking away from it. So maybe this is that moment of I could have did it or I could have did it better as he walks away.
That's definitely true. I'm pretty sure if the second strand comes near America or anything of that nature, both Biden and Trump are going to come up with plans how they can fix it. So definitely could be the card what it means with that.
You know, that's a good look too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Biden's gonna make a plan for America can see him as a new president, but Trump's gonna also make a plan for he be seen as powerful in his place.
Yeah. And as I'm looking at these cards, that's exactly what I'm getting. I can work on this. I can do it. I can remove the strand. I can remove this energy out. Then I have this sadness here and I have him walking away. I have him willing to work as he walk away. That's how it feels right there. He does have some understanding about this strand. He know that there is a lot of conflict and a lot of people that's involved with this strand. He makes me feel like he's very familiar of this mutation. Very familiar. That's how it makes me feel. And he know the people that's involved and he don't want them people to do it again. And that's the moment I just heard China. I don't know why I just heard that like that. So let's see if we can get some deeper information about these people. Trump has a clear understanding about this virus. Trump understands who the people are that is causing the conflict, that is causing the problems. Trump says he know who they are and he does not want them to do what they did before. So you're making it seem like I know these bullies.
This is true.
Yeah. So let's see if we get some information about this conflict. Oh yeah, he knows.
Wow.
He knows the people who are responsible, accountable, involved, or in charge. He knows the players of this mutation. And he knows that for sure. And he knows the purpose of why they're causing this too. Maybe that's where the sadness comes in at. Let's see again. Try to get one more card. I got him knowing the conflict and knowing the people who are in conflict of this and understanding the purpose of why they doing what they doing. And he also explains that I just heard world denomination. I just heard world denomination. I just heard that.
Martial law has been going around circulating in the news lately, so that's kind of no surprise.
The purpose of them doing this is to have control of the worlds. And I got worlds with an S too.
Wow.
The worlds. To control the worlds. I have a clear understanding of who these players are when it comes to this mutation. I know who they are. I know what they stand for. I know who they are connected to. I know their purpose. And their purpose is to juggle all of us. And I don't want them to do that again. Which means that whoever is responsible and attached to this mutation, they actually done it before. Is this the last year done it before? This is the season that it came in last year. It's something that he doesn't want them to repeat. Maybe he don't want them to repeat in power. Let's just get one more clarity. What you think about that so far? It kind of changed a little bit.
Definitely, it shows a lot, really.
Yeah. 2 cards. We'll take them. Yeah. Yes. I don't know which way this card came out.
I believe it's reverse.
You believe it was reversed?
Yes.
Well, we'll do another clarity check to make sure. What we got here is he doesn't want them to do what they did last year. He don't want them to have no options to do what they did. I said last year.
Yes.
I said last year. He knows these people. These are the people from last year. He wants to break their purpose. He wants to change their agenda. He wants to stop these people from doing what they are doing. Trump is basically saying he know them. I know the hierarchy. I know them. And I want to make it so they don't repeat this again. I want to make sure they have no options and no room. I want to make sure that their personal power cannot come and do this again. And then I heard world denominations or something like that. I heard, and the controlling of the worlds. Yeah. However, it did say that Trump was willing to work on this because he has understanding about it and he's connected to them. Mm-hmm. Now, I just felt like in the energies that he was pointing fingers at the people. But at the same time, it's a finger pointed at him because I have him connected to whoever these conflicted people are. Is here.
Yeah.
Or is this just him, Gemini? This is him. Let's see who he is, because he's here. He's letting us know that, right?
Yeah.
I can work on it. I understand the mutation. I know the people behind it. I'm willing to work on it. And also, I am here. And that makes me feel like you're a part of it.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah, he's here, right here. So let's see that. What does that mean? How are you connected to all of this? And you say it with your chest too, with your card out here. How are you connected to this? He's connected to this because he watched it happen. He seen it coming. I just heard, well, we know this card usually said your ships is coming in.
Yeah.
And it's tripped out they're said that way because it's almost like he's standing on his own earth, his own world, his own land, and being able to see the beast in the sea. I got this Three of Wands here. It's kind of like a story that I'm looking at. It's a serious story. How is Trump connected to this mutation? He's connected because he saw it.
Yeah.
And when I say he saw it, he's in America. He's standing in America looking at them do it.
It's over the seas, and Europe is over the seas.
Wow. Europe is definitely over the seas, right?
Yeah.
And what else? Look at that dragon ship. It's a dragon on the ship.
It shows a man just on his own life and seeing something coming towards him, watching it.
Say that again? That is amazing.
It was a man on his own land watching it come to him.
Wow.
So it definitely kind of shows that, I don't know if Donald Trump knew ahead of time about this mutation, but definitely he saw something coming overseas.
100%. And that's how he's connected.
Yeah.
Because not only is he standing here watching, he ain't screaming.
This is just waiting. Actually, personally, he's standing guard. So I think he's ready to protect. I think he's ready for action.
He's ready for action. I don't think that we know how much of a war this is. Because this man stands like this is a war. I'm waiting on my enemies.
This is true. Because chemical wars are a thing, so viral wars could be considered a thing as well.
Chemical war.
Yeah, chemical war, like the whole different atomic bombs and stuff like that, that's considered a war. And the way this virus is happening in many countries is now becoming a sense of a war.
Wow. Okay, let's do a summary, and then we're going to check out Biden's position inside of the mutation. First things first, this is nothing new. This is not something that's stuck and couldn't figure out. Everybody knew. Maybe they just knew the possibilities on how a virus react.
This is true.
But I have everybody knowing. I don't have this as a secret. And I also have no movement. which makes me feel like it's going to sit where it's at. And then I got it sitting there and hold it on tight. So no movement and hold it on tight. So it's basically telling me it's going to be in a cluster there. And I got about I don't feel like 4 days. I'm going to say 14 days, less than 4 weeks.
Well, it definitely could be seen because their president, I believe, went straight into shutting down borders, flight, and everything. Could definitely shows that they are taking control of it, or at least trying to.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a true statement.
Yeah. I got them fighting headstrong too, facing the truth of what they already know about this. I am really going to say that the UK will do their part to contain this.
Do their best.
You right.
Yeah, do their
you
best.
right. Do their best to keep it where it's at for the next 4 weeks.
This is very true.
Then after that, we got a sense of truth. Maybe they realize they can't.
This is true.
Yeah, who knows? But however, we do know the information on Trump. I think I pretty much explained that as clear as possible. So let's look at what Biden position is when it comes to this mutation in the UK. You know, this is really personal for the Trump energy felt personal.
It did,
didn't it?
yeah.
Like he sat there watching and waiting. He knew it. He even said, "I am here. I'm connected because I was watching."
He's
them.
standing his ground.
And it's something about freight. It's something about shipments. It's something. It's inside of that.
I know the shipment of the vaccines just came out, I believe, last week, and so that's the shipment thing I could think about.
Yeah, it's water. It's a lot of this stuff, conflict is happening in that water. That is for sure. All right, so let's look at Biden. I kind of enjoy doing this with you. This is pretty fun. You're helping me think, helping me dig, helping me search.
I think this Trump card really shook me up. It seems very personal, very sensitive and powerful.
Definitely.
A lot of emotions in it.
Yeah. So Biden, what will you do and how will this affect you? President-elect Biden. I got a softer energy over here.
It was chill.
Do you feel it?
Definitely, I felt like waves. It was very chill, relaxed, and remote.
You said waves, and we're talking about this water?
Yeah, just kind of like waves, kind of like just chilling in it.
Just chilling?
I don't feel a frantic. I don't feel any like a frenzy. I feel like, okay, it happened. Let's handle it.
Yeah, ride the wave.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because he's looking on the sea.
That's
Where
true.
will Biden be at in this 301s? It feels like right now, we ain't popped the car yet, but it just feels like he's riding a wave.
He's in the water.
He's in the water. Riding a wave. Is he on a surfboard? Or is he laying in a ship?
He is doing the backstrokes where he lets ride it out.
He's riding it out. Wow. Now, I did feel that energy. Okay, Biden. Mutation. Wow. We definitely got him just like we said it. We got this 3 of Cups here, and we got this relaxed energy and not dealing with inner conflict about it. And we kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
These cards is basically saying that I'm in celebration. I'm happy. In the midst of this mutation, it's almost like I'm glad it's here. Or I'm glad it's out. I'm glad it's open. I'm glad that things is coming out the water.
That's true.
I'm glad that it's coming out.
Yeah, definitely as a new president-elect, this is a quote-unquote good thing for him to show his sense of power to handle situations. So it actually works for him.
Opportunity to show power.
Yeah, show America that he can handle stuff, especially because people feel that Trump didn't. So there's definitely like a power struggle he can win in.
Yeah. So that's how I got him here too. Almost like glad that it's happening or relieved that it's all coming out. And we even got a mutation here for show. With this 3 of Cups, it looks like a mutation. Like this girl turned into that girl and that girl turned. We definitely have a mutation here. And I have him almost relieved, proud, happy. Something about this is making him feel like I'm glad it's here.
Actually, these cups are sticking out to me. How two cups are being poured into one, kind
Yeah.
of like two things about to result in one big thing.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with it, Aries, because look at this, three of
That card is very
wands,
powerful right now.
and this is three too.
Wow,
But it's like three guards, like
this
three
is true.
ways to block something. Like we strapped over here. I
Yeah,
got Trump strapped with three AKs over here. Like we strapped, and then over here it's like we gonna make a mixture.
it definitely sounds like if his involvement comes to pass with it, he's gonna do a lot of unity stuff with those countries.
Yeah, he's gonna take what's in that water, and he is gonna make some type of recipe.
Yeah,
What we saying? We trying to get down to earth now. We are saying that Trump is going to take this mutation and create something out of it. He's going to use this moment to create something out of it. I also have, I said Trump or Biden?
you said Trump.
I meant Biden, y'all. I also have Biden knowing already that this exists and understanding the connection, the spiritual connection to this. It's almost like he's been enlightened now because of this mutation. And I don't have him affected at all. I have him standing here in the end pretty much saying, I'm not trying to block it. It's almost like he wants this to happen. All right, so let's dig a little deep and find out. Why would Biden have this Three of Cups here? It's almost like he's a part of it. He's cheering it. He's offering to it. We had Trump working, wanting to work to get rid of it. We have Biden wanting to toast to it. And I even got a storm here.
Toast to it. It's like she's delivering it, like just like she's delivering the cup to someone.
Yeah. And that's a smaller cup, too.
And to be in the waters, quote unquote, he's being closer to this ship, what's coming in. So there's some connections going on for sure.
He is connected without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Like, cards don't lie. He's connected in some form.
And it's almost like he brought Formula B to pour in the big juggler.
This is very true.
I don't even know if that made sense, but I felt like he had one of the pieces of formula to create the mutation.
He's definitely bringing in the cup.
Definitely bring it in a cup. Either he's toasting to it or he's pouring his portion in. But he's definitely a part of shaking hands with this.
This is very true.
And Trump watched him do it. Biden is directly a part of this. Cannot say it. And they doing it so that they can bring justice. This is like the last board meeting of this conversation, and everybody comes with their piece, their cup to the situation of the mutation, and we do this in the name of justice. This is a group of people who is trying to get justice upon who? The people. Let's see what type of justice Biden is looking for in this situation. He's definitely going to take this and run with it.
This could be a movie.
Definitely could be a movie. What type of justice is Biden trying to get? What type of justice? What type of justice is Biden trying to get? He wants to break. It's almost like break normal. Tradition. He wants to break this hierophant in some type of way. He want to break leadership. He wants to break out. Don't you know how when you what's that? Not peace. I guess it's like the peace. I would have to say the peace. Whatever makes us comfortable, whatever makes the people comfortable, whatever makes the people feel safe, protected, normalcy. He wants to break that. That's the justice. We're going to make them lay on their back.
Wow.
We're going to make them lay down. We're going to shake them up. This is what they're toasting to. This is the reason why we're doing this. We're going to bring some justice. We're going to get these people to be shook so that they can't be, what? their strong self.
All I know is his cards sound like a mastermind plan that he's been working on for a while.
Definitely sound like Frankenstein.
Yeah, definitely. He's been working on something. It's a plan. And he's not by himself in this plan
He is
either.
he is definitely not by
He is
himself.
toasting the people. He is not by himself.
Yeah, because we got this Libra here that's definitely a part of it. Definitely. We got some water signs that's definitely a part of it. He's definitely not by himself. He's not sitting at home sipping on coffee with this one. He is in the room.
This is very true.
This is the family.
And he's relaxed with it too, so that show that he's knowing what's going on.
Chilling.
Yeah, definitely. He sounds like, honestly, he's laying back watching it because finally it's happening. It's crazy.
And spiritually, I just see everybody raising this cup saying, let's get them. Justice is ours. Like. We are going to put them on their back. We are going to put them in fear. We're going to put these people in a situation where they're going to disconnect from what they believe or what they desire or what they stand for, their values, their hope. Yes, we're going to do that. And this card right here shows a spiritual enlightenment. This will be him trying to figure it out. This is him knowing how this looks spiritually too. It's almost like a dream. Like if he holds his cup up to toast to this, he will also say, and I saw the evidence in a vision.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing completely.
Yes. I think that's the most strength I felt in him so far.
Well, he knows what he's doing. He knows the cost of it as well, for sure.
Yes. And he's offering himself. He's giving it all he got.
His cards are flying out. Yes,
cards are flying out. Yeah. He feels that he is enlightened by this. He knows what he's doing. It's deep in his soul. He's offering himself to this. He is committed to this. And is also saying that if needed, he can do it alone. This energy towards the personality that I see on TV, it feels totally different. I just heard wise guy. It also can be a Virgo here that may try to stop it or come against it. And if that is the case, I got him saying I'm still going to make it happen, even if I do it by myself. So we could have a Virgo trying to stop this process in the group of this Three of Cups. Very possible. At the end of the day, I ain't got no worries.
He's very confident in whatever he's doing.
This feels like a gangster.
Yeah, definitely. He's showing out for company.
He is showing out for company. I mean, it's like a tough guy right here.
And I did feel some sadness with the 9 of Pentacles. I don't think he wants to do it by himself.
I don't think so either.
Think that's one of those contingency things where that's not his plan to do it by himself. If he does have to, he's not going to be satisfied with that.
He's not going to be satisfied.
He wants to deal with the people he's doing it with, for sure.
Wow, let's find out why he ain't got no worries. I'll tell you one thing. In that same position, Trump says, I know who I am.
Yeah, definitely Trump is giving some very protection vibes. Like, he's giving some very good energy at the moment.
I mean, if I can separate who they are in their name right now, and somebody say pick a team, I'm running with Trump.
Yeah, definitely. Trump has a non-profit for the people energy going on with his cards.
Oh, say that again.
He has a non-profit for the people energy. This is bigger than himself. I think he knows that's with his cards.
It is bigger than himself.
And it's funny because he always come out as very narcissistic and arrogant. It's some soul to him. He definitely cares about the people.
There's some passion there. Biden says, I don't got no worries. Trump says, here I am.
You would really think it's opposite names for these cards.
Why come these energies feel totally different than TV?
This is very true.
The people that I see on TV does not match these cards.
You would think it's the opposite.
Definitely would think it's the opposite. I just heard representation.
Mainstream is real.
You say what?
That's for another day. But the people perception, they kind of make a fake perception of people. That's for another day.
Long story, huh?
It's a long story.
All right. Let's see why Biden don't have no worries. Because he chose it. He made this decision to do this. He don't have no worries because he has decided to commit to this. And he's moving on impulse. that feels totally different than that man's face that I see on TV. There you have it. These are the energies. Thank you, Mrs. Aries, for being a part of
You guys
this.
are welcome. Definitely,
I
when you watch
enjoyed
the news, have a different perception on it and open your eyes up a little bit more because this thing is going on.
Yeah. You know what? We should do another video and just look at them in the government.
That's very true.
We should put President Trump here to pick up his energies on everything that's happening right now. And then we should put President-elect here and find out how they're acting as presidents in this season.
This is true. And also remember, President-elect doesn't always get your presidency, so keep your eyes out.
You said keep your eyes out? Hey, because you really can't call it this day. And that's for real. All right, we'll be back.